"Mom, leave the house immediately," she shouts down the phone.
Please.
Panic on the streets of Tehran this morning as the first US and Israeli missiles landed. Disaster or deliverance? After weeks of tension, they couldn't believe their eyes and ears. The US justified the assault, saying a nuclear-armed Islamic Republic is a threat to the whole world.
For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated.
Target number 1, the compound of the supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, destroyed. The Israelis are reported to believe that he was likely killed, although neither the Americans nor the Iranians have as yet provided confirmation.
Almost all officials are safe and sound and alive. We may have lost 1 or 2 commanders, but that is not a big problem.
The ruins of a school in the southern town of Minab, allegedly hit by either an Israeli or an American strike. The Iranian government says dozens of children were killed. It's unclear whether the school was a target or hit by a stray missile. Revolutionary Guard targets were struck all over the country, as the Israeli Prime Minister suggested that the attacks were to support the people of Iran.
Help has arrived.
And I believe the day is near when Israel and a free Iran will hold hands in favor of security and peace, in favor of progress and prosperity.
Iran hit back immediately, targeting the US naval base in Bahrain, as well as US facilities and other targets in another 7 countries across the region. After the UAE and Jordan were hit, Saudi Arabia condemned Iran's blatant aggression in a strong statement, indicating that Gulf countries are supporting the US and Israel. An Iranian missile hit Kuwait airport, and planes have been grounded indefinitely across the region. Sirens sounded across Israel as people sought shelter, expecting attacks. Iran said it had blocked the Straits of Hormuz, the shipping lane which handles some 20% of the world's oil.
Trump should know that today we are equipped with the most advanced capabilities to fight you for years. At the start of the war, we are firing whatever we have at the bottom of our stockpile. But as it continues, we will use our most powerful missiles, the things we have not revealed until now, the ones we have kept under wraps, we will also bring out in the coming days.
The regime brought out a few supporters onto the streets, trying to show that it fears nothing. But the Americans are hoping that somehow their air campaign can persuade Iranians who protested against the regime last month and were killed in their thousands to rise up again.
Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations.
And it seems that some, at least, are listening. A Tehran resident sent us this voice message. We're disguising his identity.
U.S. President Donald Trump asked people to stay inside until they are finished with bombing the targets. He underlined that it is dangerous to go out. So a lot of people are listening to that, waiting for the bombings to be over and then take further measures.
After nightfall, Iran struck a high-rise in Bahrain. And this on the Fairmont Dubai Palm Hotel. Dubai, which prides itself on the wealth and stability it offers its citizens and foreigners. Now the front line in a war between the US and Iran, a war that threatens to engulf the whole region with unknown and almost certainly unintended consequences.
America's relationship with Iran had been tense for decades before the hostage crisis which came to define their bitter feud. The failed rescue mission of 52 embassy staff abducted during the 1979 revolution. Helicopters lying wrecked in the desert after poor planning and mechanical failure. 8 US soldiers killed in the confusion. By the time the hostages were eventually returned, the pattern had been set. Iran's Islamic leadership implacably opposed to a US-centric worldview, determined to use its own influence to build an Islamic republic at the heart of the Middle East, and pursuing nuclear energy as a matter of national pride and security. But nuclear bombs, feared Washington, were Iran's real ambition, which Iran has denied all along. And thus we arrive at today.
Highest level of economic sanction.
October the 7th then unleashed change not just in Gaza, but across the entire region. Israel went after Hamas. Gaza destroyed, tens of thousands killed. Hamas still in charge, but weakened. Likewise, Hezbollah in Lebanon, whose leadership was decapitated and firepower degraded after pages were booby-trapped and a relentless bombing campaign. The axis of resistance was collapsing. As for Iran itself, Israel launched the 12-day war last summer, which many say bumped Trump into attacking the country's nuclear facilities in Operation Midnight Hammer.
They were decimated. Their nuclear capability, that potential which could have happened within 3 or 4 weeks, was decimated. It's been obliterated.
Since then, Washington deployed a huge armada, Trump's goal expanding from stopping an Iranian nuke to regime change. During widespread protests a few weeks ago, the US promised the demonstrators help was on its way. But the mullahs and Revolutionary Guard are in total control of internal security. Human rights groups say 30,000 were killed for daring to protest. Last week in Geneva, more nuclear talks ended without agreement. And this morning, the US moved again, backed by Israel, without congressional or UN agreement and no apparent basis in international law. And now, Iran is facing an uncertain and scary future.
Islamic Revolution flag, many were chanting in favour of Reza Pahlavi, the exiled son of Iran's last Shah. People also rode on the back of motorbikes through the streets of London, waving the same flag. Pahlavi has urged people inside Iran to stay in their homes for now and